Gray is here.
I am.
On the Blaze Radio Network.
And glad to have you with us. Thanks for being here. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. You know what I need is that list, Keith, of all the other addresses from all our other socials.
Isn't it on your...
somewhere here?
You keep it on your
No, Pat,
Yeah.
open your thing.
Open my thing?
Yeah, on the side of your desk, the shelf on your desk.
Yeah. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about the bingo card.
I know.
Oh.
I put it on there.
Did you? You put it on where?
Last week, I set it in there.
We are the most organized show.
No, it was...
We are. But look,
Ever.
Here it is. It just showed up.
See, Jeffy, when you
Thanks,
work with Pat as long as I have, you print out multiple copies of everything.
Yeah, right,
for
because
moments
you
just
know
like
I'm going to
this.
lose it. I'm absolutely going to lose it.
That's why I set it there.
I mean, Glenn and I are twins on that. You give him something, you can guarantee it's going to be gone in
Jeffy,
about 15 minutes.
You also have to tape it to wherever you put it.
Right.
See?
I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm. It's like a little note that your mom used to pin to your underwear.
She never did, though. I never got a note. pinned
Neither
to my
did mine,
underwear.
but I understand some people did. Anyway, here's our socials for you. YouTube.com/Pat Gray. Rumble.com/Pat Gray Unleashed. Then you got Instagram.com/Pat Unleashed and Facebook.com/Pat Unleashed. And then just please subscribe.
Share the videos. Yeah.
The Tucker Carlson situation is a really good example of why Glenn started the Blaze.
Sure
because
is.
he didn't want to have to depend on some corporate structure that was all of a sudden going to decide guy's too spiritual, or we don't like what he said last night, or the sponsors are pissed off.
If he mentions praying one more time.
Which, by the way, there's a story about that, and people will say, oh, come on, it's Fox. Yeah, that stuff is true.
Yeah.
Rupert Murdoch does not like spirituality. Neither did Roger Ailes. Didn't like you talking about God. Didn't want you to pray on the air. And the story that we just saw about Tucker was that he made the speech on Friday night and shared some
Yes, he did.
things about prayer and some things that
And it
were
was
spiritual.
Actually, building before that, there's a Vanity Fair article. It's over here in your stuff there. I don't know if you want to get to it right now.
Yeah, we'll get to it in a while. But yeah, so we'll talk about that. But there's issues with Fox. I think
spirituality.
people would be yes.
Fox and spirituality. Is that
Yes.
what you're saying? There's issues
Yes,
with that.
spirituality, God and Fox. They don't necessarily mix.
Huh.
They don't like
I
it.
mean, they both have 3 letters.
That's true. That is true.
They both have O.
Those are really good points,
Thank you.
Jeffy.
Thank you.
So I guess
Thank
that
you.
negates everything I just said. Never mind. Never mind. They got a lot in common, Fox and God. A lot. I think, if people knew the machinations behind the scenes at Fox, would be shocked. Shocked. I mean, there are good things about Fox, but maybe the last really good thing just left the network. So it's going to be tougher for him now.
And Shannon Bream, still there.
Oh, Shannon Bream. Yep.
So there you go. We got
Yep.
one more.
We got one more.
good one left there.
Yeah.
mean,
Get rid of Shannon Bream, and then you're a total waste.
Who else? I mean, seriously. I mean, you have Hannity at night, right? Hannity and Laura Ingraham.
Yeah, you
And,
do.
I mean, when's the last time? I mean, Tucker. I know.
Don't look over here.
I know, but
I'm not riding to the rescue.
My point is that Tucker's been all every 2 or 3 days, every week, Tucker hits the news with some monologue or some story, right?
Yes. Oh,
when is the
big
last time
you saw Shannon Hannity or Laura
Ingraham do that? Yeah,
true.
I know.
Yeah, it's true.
I can't remember.
It's true. And they lost 600,000 viewers first night, I believe. MSNBC beat them.
Maybe more than that. I would say
In that time
I would
slot.
say that if you have Fox DVR'd on your YouTube or Hulu channels, you may want to
Un-DVR it?
un-DVR them. Don't want to give them those
Definitely.
numbers.
Right. Especially during Tucker's time slot,
Yeah.
because they'll think, well, okay, we're
Right.
fine. We're fine there. If people watch it as much as they were when Tucker was there, they'll think, yeah, we didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
This is great.
If these rumors of the spirituality and Tucker's heritage speech from Friday night, clips that we played, and if the Vanity Fair story is true that we'll get to here, if that becomes the record right, of what happened to Tucker at Fox. Mm-hmm. Fox is about to go the way of Bud Light, I'm afraid.
Mm-hmm. Which was down 17%, by the way.
That audience.
17%. Huge. But yeah, I think that audience, I mean, they're sick of this stuff. Mm-hmm. If you can't have the giblets to keep Tucker Carlson, your number one host, by far.
Right.
By far. That used to be Sean Hannity. And before that, it was, of course, Bill O'Reilly. But for a long time now, it's been Tucker. Why would you fire him after? I mean, why don't you can't, even if it was that lawsuit with Gabby Grossberg.
Whatever her name is.
You mean the producer that never met Tucker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one?
It's not
It worked in a completely different state?
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah,
That sure is.
Yeah, that's something else, right?
I mean, that's unbelievable.
Couldn't be a setup at all.
But when you saw her allegations, none of them involved Tucker.
No.
Right.
What was he supposed to do about the stupid chatter in the office?
Well, it all trickles down.
Yeah. He's just running a bad ship there, and you can't have that. And,
Bad ship.
Yeah, it's got a lot of sailors who are not complying.
Wait.
Yeah, we had to get rid of the captain of the ship.
Now I'm confused. I thought I understood what was happening.
But not now?
No.
Yeah, okay. I thought the sailor thing made it.
Yeah, it sure does. With the ship.
But the dumb things, like putting up the pictures of Nancy Pelosi, get over it.
Seriously.
Right. I mean,
get over it.
Who would ever put up a Nancy Pelosi figure in their studios?
Right. Almost no one.
I don't want to
one
see
would
her in
ever
a
do
bathing
that.
suit, though, in fairness.
No, that's for sure.
But seriously, we have worked in radio our entire careers.
Let's go.
And in the stuff that we have seen
Oh my
compared
gosh.
to this, are you for real?
Jeffy worked at a company called J-Corp. Man.
That's the
There may
thing.
have been a few things happen over the years.
Those guys didn't care
was
about
awesome.
the rules. There were no rules at J-Corp.
No, the rules were win, and we did.
Yeah, and they did. But that was a wild company.
No doubt.
You could not do that today.
That stinks
Oh,
because
no way.
I started working for WGST in Atlanta shortly after Clear Channel purchased it from J-Corp. And the stories I heard, if you had been here 6 months ago.
Legendary.
I'll never forget our first meeting with Clear Channel when J-Corp sold out to them. Man, it was heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah, I bet.
We all came in with our shorts and T-shirts on, and Clear Channel was there with their dress pants and
Corporate
T-shirts.
mentality.
Oh, man, that hurt.
Yeah.
That hurt a lot.
All right. Yesterday, Joe Biden was at a union event where he told a story about his grandfather. This is awesome.
Story time with Joe.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
My grandpop, who I never met, he died in the same hospital I was born in 2 weeks before I was born.
No.
Wait.
My grandpop was from, as they say in Maryland, from Balmer.
Yeah, except for no.
They were born in
Baltimore.
different states a year apart.
I mean,
From Baltimore.
what are you talking about?
Seriously,
Why?
that's what it was?
Yeah.
He was born in
He was not born in the hospital.
No, but I mean, it was
that his
different
grandfather-
states,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
different time.
And
A year
so
apart from his death.
Why?
Oh, my
Why
gosh.
would you tell that obvious untruth? That obvious lie? It's
Wow.
so weird.
Man,
like
it's-
nobody's going to check on that from the president of the United
Does he
States.
No
think,
joke.
honestly,
No
does he
joke.
think
joke.
that it's impossible to find out
I know.
facts?
Hey, have you heard of the internet? It's really kind of obscure, I know. But, I mean, even if you said that in the 80s, before the internet, they could have figured that out in about 15 minutes. Make a couple of calls, find out where he was born, where his grandpa died. I mean, weird.
I mean,
thing
it's
to
all
lie-
part
what a
of the
weird thing to lie
congressional
about.
record, right? I mean, where you're born, what you're doing.
Sure.
I mean,
Well, I don't think Congress cares.
Yeah, but
no,
I
but
know-
you can
I know
find
what
out
you're
about
saying. I
it.
know
It's
what you're
easy
saying.
enough.
It's easy to find out.
Yeah, birth record, stuff like that. Yeah, absolutely.
weird thing to lie about.
By the way, before I forget, it's going around that when he was running for Senate, Joe Biden, back in 1972 or whatever it was, he was 29 years old, and he said that his opponent was too old to run for office. Any guesses on how old his opponent was back then?
Well, I can guess because I do know this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 50.
63.
63.
We got 80-year-old thinking
80.
he should be president.
20 years younger than he is now.
Yeah. And by the time the election rolls around, he's going to be 82. By the time he would end his second term, he'd be 86. Wow. But the 63-year-old was too old?
63, yeah. Too old. Too old to be running for office.
Huh. That's interesting. Jeez. He also tried to say something about MAGA Republicans, which he always does.
The Speaker, the former President, and the MAGA extremists are cut from a different cloth. They treat these folks, and they think they're a threat.
They treat these folks.
They treat these
They think
folks.
that
You can't see it.
we're going to go back.
And they think they're
Isn't that good?
Huh. Well, they treat these folks. They treat these folks.
That's it. That's it. You got it.
He either can't see it or it stopped moving.
His brain stopped working. Let's see.
Well, that's,
Okay.
Let's watch it one more time because
Former
that's
President and
priceless.
the MAGA extremists are cut from a different cloth. They treat these folks. They treat these folks, and they think they're a threat.
They treat these folks and they think they're a threat. Like, I don't know what they're giving them, but they're treating them.
Wow.
Treating them to something.
Oh, my. That's our president.
He's good.
That is our president.
But he's not
That's our
63.
president of the United States of America.
Yeah.
Well, that's our guy.
But,
Yeah,
if he were 63, he'd be too old to run for office.
Well, thank goodness he's not
Thank
63
goodness.
then.
Well, but back then.
Oh, no, here we go.
What year was he? What year did he?
I don't know. 72.
The 70s?
Let's go,
Back
Biden
then.
apologist.
Back then, 63 was the 80. Was 80.
Yeah. 80 is
80
the
is the new 63. Yeah, it really is.
Sure, it really
is.
It really
This
is.
is my world.
Boy,
He's proof positive of it with his cognitive
my
decline.
world.
not your strongest defense of Joe Biden ever, Jeffy, but okay.
But no one defends Joe Biden
Well, thank
more
you.
than you.
Thank you.
Oh, my
This guy is agonizing, man.
Oh, my gosh.
And he was, I don't know if we have it or not. I didn't look at the sheet, but he said no joke multiple times in that speech for the unions yesterday.
Oh, did he?
Multiple times.
Not a joke.
I mean, it was amazing because it was like they were clapping and he was not a joke.
Not a joke.
I was like,
Nobody said it was.
said it. We're clapping.
Who said it
We're
was?
clapping, douche. What do you?
We're not laughing hysterically. We're clapping.
We're not calling you out. We're not. How do we believe you?
He's got these weird habits, and that's one of them. You know, not a joke. Don't jump. He's got to say them for some reason.
Right, he has to.
He has. It's like he's got some sort of OCD problem, and maybe he does.
Maybe he does.
I don't know.
Maybe that
he
comes
does.
from stuttering. I don't know. He's a stutterer.
All I know
always
is
been a stutterer.
Stutterer.
All
Yeah, that's
He
what
is.
it
He's always a stutterer. That was the excuse they gave.
I know.
quote, "We're clapping, douche," end quote.
I mean, we got it. That's not a.
Yeah. But nobody thought it was a joke. So yesterday, he, of course, officially announced that he's running for re-election again, despite just about nobody on the planet wanting him to. Even Democrats. Was it 48%? We had this stat the other day. I think it's 48% of Democrats don't want him to run again. That's incredible. Anyway, here's a video from 2022. So this is a year ago. It's circulating as if it's current, right? There, people.
Yeah.
But
Because he didn't say anything yesterday about it. They released the video.
so
and
weird.
he did his thing at the union thing. Or
Yeah, he
whatever
doesn't
it was.
know. He
And
has no idea.
I was just gonna say I don't know that he knows.
He's oblivious.
They released a video. He might not know.
Yeah. Well, here he was last year, snapping.
Mr. President, what's your message to Democrats who don't want you to run again?
They want me to run.
2/3 say they
Read
don't.
the polls. Read the polls, Jack. You guys are all the same.
Jack.
That poll showed that 92%
Jack.
of Democrats, if I ran, would vote for me.
A majority of Democrats say they don't want you to run again in 2024.
92% said if I did, they'd vote for me.
Wow. So, first of all, you're a bully.
Yeah.
Look at you
As always.
getting up in the guy's
As
face.
always.
Jack.
You want to run around the block with me? You want to go downtown with me? You want to do some fisticuffs?
What a
with
great
me?
endorsement. Yeah, look, members of my party said that if I'm the only option on the ballot with a D after my name, they'd vote for me.
Right.
Well, 92%.
What a surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise!
Yeah, that was the I don't know, the congressional picnic or whatever that they had.
Okay.
Because they were shuffling him around without him once again not answering questions. Mm-hmm. And of course he has to, Mr. Oh, they're asking me questions. I'll come over and I'll square up on him. Don't you worry about it.
You want to do some push-ups so you can do the most, Jack? Where's Jill, by the way? Jack? What an angry...
You just reminded me of a...
angry old man.
Chewing the Fat promo. With your Jack and Jill.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
What's the story,
Each of them had $1.25.
Jill came
back with $2.50. Think about it.
You're welcome. Chewing the fat.
That's my favorite promo.
Yeah, we like that one in here.
I don't know about you, but it takes quite a bit to shock me and all of us in this room nowadays. But to see our judicial system resemble a third world banana republic, to see trusted American companies embrace just insane and destructive woke ideologies, it's absolutely depressing. We got to fight back, and that starts with changing the way we spend our money. And we've been talking for years now about Patriot Mobile and how they share your values and that this is a great company to give your money to. And they've provided so many different ways for you to make that switch. And they've tried to make it completely pain-free to you and as convenient as possible. And to make sure that even if you like these three companies' service, you don't have to go through them. You go through Patriot Mobile to get them. You can do that now, too. When you switch to Patriot Mobile, you support free speech, religious freedom, sanctity of life, our military, our first responders. Just go to patriotmobile.com/Pat or call 878-PATRIOT. Free activation today when you use the offer code PAT. Ask about their coverage guarantee while you're there, too. patriotmobile.com/Pat or 878-PATRIOT.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
It is. He's not wrong about that. Speaking of the Joe Biden 2024 campaign, which we're all so excited about. I got all tingly when that video was released in the middle of the night yesterday. I mean, why did they do it that way? It's not weird.
Really weird.
He didn't announce it live.
Nope.
Didn't have a press conference.
Hasn't talked about it.
Here's a video because I wanted to be able to get it right.
Everyone was expecting maybe he would just air it at this thing yesterday, as before he walked
Didn't even
out
do
or
that.
something. No, nothing.
Yeah, weird. But White House spokesperson Karine Jean-Pierre was asked about this campaign phrase, finish the job.
Can you explain what it means? I mean,
Yep, that was it. Where'd it go? Where'd it
Somebody
go?
got scared. Wait. No,
Can you
that's
explain
it.
what it means?
I don't have anything
can you
else to
explain
share.
what it means? I mean, the president's powers are limited. His term in office is limited. What is the job? How could any president finish it?
So look,
Look,
the president has talked about this many times.
He's talked about it
including
many times.
Members of his administration. You heard him
Pause
talk
it for a
about
sec.
it during.
I hate that phrase so much because so what? He talked about it many times. That doesn't answer my question. Why is he talking about it? What does he mean by it? I know he said it multiple times. Stop telling me that. That doesn't help. That's not your job. Your job is to interpret these things, not tell us what he said in the past.
But Pat,
I can't take it.
I have to say something that allows me to
turn to the
have
right page
some time
in the great big book of everything.
Yeah.
So he's talked about what was the
Many
question
times.
again?
He's talked about this many times.
He's got these little crutches. It's pathetic.
And that's supposed to move us because he's lied about it in the past.
Oh, okay.
We just accept that he's lying about it now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, I got you. Here's what else she had to say.
The State of the Union, finishing the job. Look, he ran and won on his agenda in 2020. And so he has, of course, used similar language to update the American people as he works to fulfill his promises. The president believes that he needs to continuing deliver to deliver for the American people. You hear us talk about his economic policy and how it has,
which is done beautifully,
because of the historic pieces of legislation that have gone through, how that has enabled him to build an economy from the bottom up, middle out. So when you think about that, you think about Medicare being able to negotiate for lower drug costs. You think about the infrastructure, bipartisan infrastructure legislation. Let's not forget, in the last administration, Infrastructure Week was a joke. It was a tagline to make fun of, and this is a president that's been able to make that happen. So that is, getting the job done, and also finishing that up by making sure that we're implementing those laws, implementing those important policies. Again, that's going to change the lives of millions of Americans. And so you're going to continue to hear him say this. He said this the past year or the past several months, and he believes it's a way to communicate with the American people. It's to communicate to let them know that we are going to do the job and finishing up the agenda that he laid out in 2020.
Just babbling nonsense.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
We would rather, I think I speak for most Americans, we'd rather he not finish the job.
Yeah, please.
That's the problem.
Please.
Because this is the job he's finishing.
We are 5 days away from fundamentally transforming the United States of America.
Okay. Obama started the process. He's hell-bent to finish it.
He sure is.
And that's transforming America from a free capitalist nation to Marxism.
I mean this with 100% sincerity. Thank God for the 4 years of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Where would we be if they had just seamlessly gone through?
We'd be over by now. We'd be over. So, I mean, we're pretty close to that as it is.
Yeah, I know, right.
So, another 4 years consecutively with this guy, that will finish the job, I believe. I really believe he will. But also, back at the White House, KJP was asked, what more could the president be doing?
Oh, no.
I'm sure there isn't anything more. He's doing everything he possibly
can. The other day,
this afternoon at the union event, he says that there's more that can be done. What is he doing right now? What is that more that he could be doing right now?
Well, he's always going to make sure to take action when it comes to.
He's going to make sure.
I don't have anything to announce at this time.
He's not going to take action right now on anything.
No.
Wow. That was weird.
But he's always going to take action.
I mean, look, he could launch nukes against America. That's the only thing he hasn't done.
Right.
But beyond
in the total destruction
I don't have
of this
anything
country.
to announce right now.
Right. Check back later. Oh.
I know that he is targeting certain cities in Texas. That much I can say, but I can't get into specifics right now on that. But I know that many ICBMs are targeted at Houston, Dallas, San Antonio. We're going to leave Austin there because it's pretty close to where we want it to be. But the rest of Texas has to go. This is craziness. We're just in crazy town. Here's what Joe Biden's America is looking like these days. Another Target store in San Francisco has closed, along with others.
Yeah, but this one here is... This is business as usual, right? Wait, no, except for everything in the store is locked up behind glass.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, that's really a waste for them. I mean,
so they didn't actually close it. They just locked everything.
Correct. But if you come in with, a teen movement and raid the store, you just break that glass. I mean, I'm not sure.
You come in with a couple of sledgehammers, take care of that.
I mean, that's really...
Is it shatterproof?
Yeah, I don't think it is. I mean, I guess it could be, but, that's really just putting doors on in front of products like that. I mean, that's really just kind of racism at its finest.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you for that analysis. Jeffy, that's powerful.
Making minorities have to ask the boss to open the door to purchase something.
It's awful.
Come on now.
It's awful. White people don't have to do that. Well, they do. But they're white, so it doesn't matter.
They're privileged. They ask in a privileged way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But I mean, so if you want more of that in America, then just make sure Joe Biden is in the office.
What was the store that closed yesterday? There was another one in San Francisco that closed. And they didn't say why, but you know why.
Well, yeah, they're all closing because of that.
They can't.
Absolutely. They can't survive.
They can't survive. They can't keep the products on the shelf because they're pilfered. This is a word I don't know if I've ever used on the air before.
Anthropology?
Dilford. Mm-hmm. Yes, Anthropology. Closed.
Yeah, I shop there all the time.
Oh, me too. Me too.
I don't even know what it is.
I think it's called like a women's clothing store.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's where I am.
And let's be honest, with Americans like you're about to see voting, there's little doubt that Joe can get a lot of votes.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
How many seasons there are?
12. I don't know.
How many? 12?
12.
Yes.
Okay.
What language do the people in Idaho speak?
Potato.
Potatoes?
Wait, what? What language?
I don't know. The first thing that came to mind was potatoes.
How many states make up the United States?
How many states? What do you think?
Guess a number if you don't know.
Jeffy, you got a guess?
Yes.
18.
What continent are we on right now?
What continent?
Come on.
I think like North Africa.
Right.
3 times 3 times 3. 18. Yes. How many cents are in $1?
How many cents are $1?
Yeah.
1, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 6.
Good answer.
Yes. Do you know what country we gained our independence from?
No. Holland? Mexico.
Right? No, that's so wrong. Russia. No.
Russia.
I don't know.
Give me a final guess.
Canada. I don't know.
Yes.
Iceland.
Do you know what year
You're
the U.S. was
close.
founded?
1827.
Nailed it.
Yes. It's a shape with 4 sides called.
Come on. Stop.
I don't know. I haven't done something with shapes since like 5th grade.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. If you had a guess.
I don't know. Like I don't.
He doesn't know.
I know what shapes have 4 sides, but I don't know the name for it.
Yes. Can you name 3 countries besides the USA?
Just 3 countries.
Alabama.
Alabama.
That's one.
Okay, 1.
New Mexico.
2.
New Mexico. Another good
And
country.
Connecticut.
And Connecticut.
3. It's too easy for you. What is 1/4 plus 2 dimes?
1/4 plus 2.
How much money is that?
That's 65 cents. Is it
65 cents.
65 cents?
No.
Yes. Can you tell me what time this is?
Okay, I know the long one is an hour.
Yeah.
So that's 10.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Where in hell?
Oh,
I do.
vote.
This guy, I've seen a couple of his videos before. I love the fact that he never confronts them about it, though.
Yeah, he's always like,
Says,
yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Good answer.
Good answer. Way to go.
And unfortunately, they've been told that their whole life.
Right.
Which is why they think there are the states of Alabama, New Mexico, and Connecticut. Yes.
I have to stop watching those videos because it's so depressing to watch.
But it does give you a little bit of a hint as to how Joe Biden got elected, doesn't it? With morons like that voting, they don't know anything about the guy. They don't know him. They don't. They see the D, and that's who they vote for.
They barely know how to feed themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know that they understand how to do that. Somebody probably does it for them. They probably live in their parents' basement, and their parents come down 3 times a day and spoon feed them.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Spoon feed them.
Oh man! Now Cenk Uygur, whatever that guy's name is from Young Turks.
Oh yeah.
Had a little tweet yesterday.
Oh.
Some of these people are getting so disgusted. This guy is as radical a lefty as you can get. And he's a little upset with Biden because the DNC announced that it will not allow any debates in 2024.
Oh, for RFK Jr. against
or anybody
Marianne
else who jumps in. Williamson, none of them. Biden is not to be challenged. Everyone on the Democratic side must shut up and fall in line. Not having debates is undemocratic and ridiculous. No progressive should agree to this kind of power grab. Interesting.
That is interesting.
It is.
Isn't it? Sank.
Do we have the Donald Trump Truth Social post as well
we do.
about debates?
Yeah, we do.
Have time for this one?
No, let's, because we want to
it?
spend some time on it. So we'll share the Donald Trump truther thing, whatever you call it. Is it a truther?
I don't know.
It's a Truth Social post.
Truth Social post. It's a little cumbersome. Not quite as easy as
Should we
a tweet.
save it now?
We'll save it. Yep, we're going to save it. But we'll have what he said about the debates on the Republican side.
Interesting. Okay.
Got some tweets here. Joe McCullough tweets 4 more years to finish the job. Huh. What's he going to do for the next 18 months?
No kidding.
Yeah, because there's that.
There's that.
You know. Hee-haw the Viking. Oh. The Republican Party should be running montages of Biden just mumbling and babbling every night from now until he's defeated in the primary.
Mm-hmm. Not a bad idea.
It's a really good idea. Blue Phoenix tweets, do conservatives have any shot at ever winning a national election? I believe they do. Once cheating works, why stop? Especially when calling it out failed. Do we have any reason to believe 2024 will be different?
Wait, there was cheating? What?
Well, I don't know where.
What in the world?
They came up with that. I don't know. That's just crazy talk right there.
Completely on the up and up.
All right.
Totally.
We got to get to Chewing the Fat.
Oh, yeah. All right.
With Jeffy. Because when you get stuck between the moon and New York City, your name is Jeffy. That much is true. When you get stuck between the moon and New York City, the best you can do, the best that you can do is chew the fat.
You know,
real good, man. Real good.
Jeffy, he does as he pleases.
I got to tell you, that's why you love live music, live entertainment. Right there.
That's it.
That's why.
Because sometimes they forget the lyrics, and you never know what you're going to get.
You might not even get a show. But
right.
You got a show this time. I meant to tell you this last week because I wanted you to be prepared. Netflix announced that on September 29th of this year, it's going to stop mailing DVD rentals.
Oh, no.
So I want you to dry your eyes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to go back to Blockbuster.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot.
Yep. I mean, it's 25 years now. That started 25 years ago.
25 years.
Now, they claim that over 1.3 million, between 1.1 and 1.3 million people subscribed to the DVD service last year.
Oh, you got to be kidding
My
me.
mom is included in
that's
that.
100.
Really?
Oh, she's got that date circled on her calendar. She's like, oh, my gosh. It's a cheap price, too. That's been
$145 million in revenue for Netflix. That might not be a bad deal.
What was it
bad business to get into.
What was it, like $6 a month for how many, several DVDs a month? What was it?
I don't know the deal. It's been so long.
Why would you do that? Well, I guess if you don't have the internet, you would do that.
You're just not into streaming stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm. You got your DVD player and you want the movies come and you mail them back.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Why not?
No late fees.
They claim
the
first DVD Netflix ever sent was Beetlejuice in 1998, and the most frequently requested DVD, The Blind Side.
Really?
Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know.
Interesting.
September 29th.
Okay. I have to prepare for that.
Circle it. Keith's family members.
That's right. I'm going to have to find a Hollywood Video or a Blockbuster in my neighborhood.
Oh, no kidding.
So I'll start looking now, and I should be able to find one by September 29th.
$9.99 a month.
Those are all pizza shops now.
Do they still have that? There was even a documentary about the last Blockbuster.
Yeah. I think there's one left.
I'm not sure if it's still. I think it is. I think
there's
it's
one left.
Oregon or someplace.
Yeah, I don't remember where it is now. I want to say Utah, and then there was one in Alaska and one in Oregon. So
I think all but one have closed. Yeah,
that's a tough one. Now there's still some of the family ones around here, right?
Yeah,
I see the stores I drive by, the family
Hollywood or something,
rental or something.
Yeah.
I
bet you go in there all the time right now.
I don't even like driving by the parking lot.
Wow. Okay.
Seems too.
Do you have separate access to the black beaded room? Is that why you don't?
Yes. I go in the back door.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I have a feeling that the family store doesn't have the black beaded room.
Well, you never know unless you go in there.
Thanks to the internet, I don't need it anymore.
Carmen line.
All right.
Thank you. As you in the audience know by now, no one supports zoos more than
you.
Chewing the Fat and
Right.
Jeff Fisher.
Right.
And so I'd like to talk a little bit about the Blackpool Zoo. 32-acre zoo located in the seaside resort of Blackpool, Lancashire, England. It provides some 1,350 animals from all over the world. However, the town and the zoo
Oh, no.
has a little seagull issue.
Oh, no.
Seagulls are the rats of the sky. Everyone knows that. So the seagulls are proving to be a bit of a nuisance when it comes to trying to steal food from visitors and the animal enclosures at the zoo. So Blackpool is known for the cheeky seagulls, which routinely steal food from the locals and tourists. But the zoo has issued an ad for workers at Blackpool Zoo. It goes without saying that we love all animals, of course. Okay. And as a seaside resort, Blackpool is not short of seagulls. We need to do what we can to keep seagulls away from our main visitor dining areas, which is why we're looking for a team of people to join our visitor services team as Seagull Deterrence. Which is, variable seasonable hours. Candidates must be outgoing, visitor-focused, friendly, energetic, and flexible. Plus, you need to be comfortable wearing a bird costume.
Oh, a bird costume. Oh. Do we have a bird costume?
We should have the.
Where's the bird costume? Oh, that is cute.
Seagull deterrent.
I like that.
There you go.
We a seagull deterrent.
That's a good gig if you can
So
get it.
that individial is in charge of keeping the seagulls.
Keeping the seagulls out. Yes. Now, in the story, they mention it's in the story. It says, sadly, a seagull had to be put down in the town last week.
Oh, that's not good.
After the severely unwell bird was seen being dragged along on a leash. And I thought, well, there has to be a picture of this, right? I mean, hello.
What?
There has, because I had not heard about this unwell bird. So the police said we were called to a report of a man pulling a live seagull along the pavement with a rope around its neck.
What is happening?
That's not cool. That's not cool.
So
I don't like that.
It's unwell. He's trying to take it for a walk.
No, he's unwell because he is taking it for a walk.
Right.
Bro. Oh, my gosh.
I think we're going to put a leash around your neck and take you for a walk.
They attended to the man. They arrested him for being drunk and disorderly, though they subsequently let him go, and still being investigated. The bird was taken by a member of public to a local vet. They just had to put it down.
Died.
Yeah, they just had to put it down.
Oh, God.
Put it down.
Well, that makes this video that I was going to play.
One less seagull.
It's not as funny now. This video here with the lady, does it not play? Yeah, here we go. She's eating French fries in her car.
Yeah.
And there's a seagull, and so she throws the fries there, and the poor bird's trying to eat it through the windshield.
That's hilarious.
You like that?
Sky rats, yes.
So there you go. That's how you frustrate a seagull, is put a French fry on the other side of the glass.
I mean, my idea was to have like a gull day at the zoo, a fundraiser, and you just, people donate money and you come in and you shoot the seagulls.
Oh, wow.
Dang,
Put them down. Seagulls are sky rats, man.
That escalated quickly.
Oh, yeah, but apparently that's why they have seagull deterrents instead of my plan for fundraising at the zoo, the Blackpool Zoo. Remember to subscribe to Chewing the Fat, by the way. Available wherever you listen to your podcast. Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher. So 2 jury selections began yesterday. One of them in a copyright trial to decide whether British singer Ed Sheeran lifted elements of the classic song "Let's Get It On."
Jeez, he's being sued for plagiarism again?
Yes.
Again? How many times is this for this?
Well, he was sued. He settled in 2017 for $5 million.
Wow.
Because of Shape of You and Photograph. And I'm not sure.
Photographed by Ringo Starr?
Yeah.
Huh.
And
or Def Leppard.
I don't know. I don't have the link here. It just says in the story that those were the 2 songs that he settled about. But this one, they believe, and Sheeran is expected to testify in the case as well.
And it is the Gaye family?
Heirs to the estate of Ed Townsend, who co-wrote the legendary hit with Marvin Gaye, claim that Sheeran's use of the common chord progression is arranged similarly enough to the Townsend and Gaye that infringes on copyright.
Man, you can't get anywhere near a Marvin Gaye song because they're going to sue you. Even if it's not near a Marvin Gaye song, they still might sue you. They've made a fortune from this.
Well,
the Robin Thicke song, what was that called?
Yeah,
the big hit.
The one,
the big hit from Thicke.
Yeah, the big hit from Alan Thicke's son. Yes, Blurred Lines.
Thank you, Lance.
I believe the Gaye family won $7 million on that. Yeah, but it was the same song essentially. This one we're going to play. We're going to show you the contrast on Overtime today.
We have to,
just in case we're
going to have our own court case.
Yeah, we're going to have our own court case in Overtime. So make sure you check that out.
The other trial that started yesterday was the E. Jean Carroll lawsuit against Trump.
We've got
the
a
defamation case. The battery trial set. Carroll made a renewed claim of defamation, citing Trump's statements on Truth Social from October. Suit alleges that Trump manhandled Carroll, pulled down her tights, groped her around her genitals, and raped her.
What?
This
really?
This all happened, and it said here that left her unable to develop sexual relationships, Pat.
Okay,
she was devastated from that, okay? Now, she was so devastated by it that it happened somewhere in 95 or 96.
Yeah, she has no idea.
Remember.
She doesn't know.
I can't remember exactly. I know it was at Bergdorf Goodman's, and no one remembers it. There's no other witnesses or anything. It was just me there. So the Adult Survivors Act kicked into gear in November, and so she had to get this lawsuit filed.
So hang on a second.
Good.
So she does the defamation thing after he says she's not my type, right?
Yeah.
So now she takes offense to that. But can we play do you have I got the 2019 clip of her with Anderson Cooper.
Okay.
Where she's talking about the rape.
Right.
The alleged rape. And this is the most bizarre.
She's posed in the.
This is the most bizarre clip.
Presumed outfit that she said she was wearing that day at Bergdorf Goodman's.
Oh wow!
I cannot see this any legitimacy based on what I'm seeing
Let's
here.
see it. We have that.
I feel like a victim.
Yes. I was not thrown on the ground and ravished. Which the word rape carries so many sexual connotations. This was not sexual. It hurt.
Well, I think most people think of rape as it is a violent
it's a
assault. It is not.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy.
Oh, what?
Let's take a short break.
Think of the fantasies.
Okay.
We're just going to take a quick break. If you can stick around, we'll talk more on the other side.
You're fascinating to talk to.
What a bizarre woman.
Yeah.
Good luck with your case.
She is suing him for rape, but she wasn't raped, she says.
Well, she's saying most people think it was sexual. Yeah. It's not about sex.
Yeah, but rape is sexy.
Rape is sexy.
I've never thought that.
Right? That is bizarre.
Man.
What is this? What is that?
No, that's not good.
She's weird.
Very. That was. I've never seen that interview with Anderson Cooper. Interesting. Jeez.
So the trial, is underway. The jury selection is happening, and they, it's going to be. The judge is already laying the groundwork for Trump to lose. We'll see what happens, obviously, but they want to say that Trump, because he's probably not going to show up to the trial.
Yeah,
and they wanted the judge to say, look, Trump's not coming to the trial because he doesn't want New York all clogged up, and it's a big show when he comes back to the city, and the judge is like, nah, we're not going to tell the jury that.
Interesting.
So we'll see. Fascinating though. It's every time I go to Bergdorf Goodman's. Man,
are you alone there?
I am
every
alone.
time.
Every time.
It's scary to go in there because you're so lonely. There's no employees. There's no other customers.
That's a weird setup there.
Yeah, it's weird.
I just want to buy sweaters on my own.
You can't because there's nobody there. They don't staff their store for some reason or invite anybody in. It's really weird.
Morgan Wallen, you remember him, the old N-word Morgan, is now getting sued by an angry fan. And I'm torn on this because it's kind of funny, but it's actually, I understand her frustration. According to court docs obtained by TMZ, Brandy Burcham filed the federal lawsuit against the country music star, accusing Wallen of breach of contract and negligence. In the suit, Burcham says Wallen skipped out on his Sunday performance in Mississippi after he claimed he lost his voice minutes before he was to take the stage. You look at this picture; they put this up there on the digital billboard in the stadium. Fans are there; they're already piling in for the show. And they put it up on Instagram, and they put it up here on the digital billboard here that, hey, Morgan is unable to perform tonight. The show's been canceled. Hit the bricks. Get out of here. Good luck. God bless. You'll get your money back. Get out. All right. She was like, well, I haven't received my ticket refund yet. And
how long's it been?
She also says, well, it's been less than a week.
Okay,
right? It's been a week. Mm-hmm. But she also pointed out, I think, I'm not really sure how long it's been.
What city was it in?
But in Mississippi.
I'll check.
But
Mississippi's not a city.
Okay, I was letting that go.
It's a country right next to the country of Alabama.
I deduced when I check his tour schedule, there probably would only be one stop in Mississippi. So I was going to let it go.
All right, no, I couldn't let that go. All right.
Wait, you not let something go?
I know, it's hard to believe.
That's wild.
Mississippi on the continent of Africa.
So what was the
But she said the refunds don't take into account the out-of-pocket expenses, food, lodging, transportation,
no, they do
other
not.
fees.
Right.
So it's not, all of that, that's a lot of money to go to the show, especially minutes before the show's going to start.
If I were her,
sorry about it.
I'd let everybody know that cost me millions.
Right.
I had to buy a big house next to the concert venue.
Right. Thank you. And so she wants to turn it into a class action. So it might have been a while ago. Might have been at least a few weeks ago, because she wants to make it into a class action so other people that were there join the lawsuit. And I believe you and I were in the crowd there because we bought the house right next door.
We always go to the Morgan
to the city
Wallen
of the University of
concerts.
Mississippi. We bought the house right there.
So hold on a second. Now his next scheduled stop is tomorrow in Grand Rapids. Did you guys just buy a house in Grand Rapids?
Well, yeah, because we're still trying to sell the place
for Jeffy.
in Mississippi.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah,
that stinks.
So
I don't know what you're going.
So, do you know how much she's asking for? Does it say?
No.
Oh,
I don't know what you're going to do. The guy lost his voice
supposedly.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
Your refusal to do your job is revolting.
Right.
Right. I don't know what you mean. Artists have been canceling shows. George Jones canceled shows forever. He was known for it. No Show Jones.
Here's the question, Your Honor. Was Morgan even in Mississippi at the time of the cancellation?
Oh,
that's we need to know where he was.
Where did he lose his voice? I was there the whole thing.
No idea.
Right. Was he able to say the N-word again or not?
Okay,
Did he have voice enough for that? We don't know. We don't know.
More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
And thank you for being here with us. 888-900-3393. We were telling you about the Donald Trump tweet. Democrat Party is...
Whoa. Was it
was it a tweet?
Post?
Right. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for that clarification, Jeff. So we were talking about the fact that the Democrats are apparently not going to do any debates because this president has to have a clear path, I suppose, to the nomination, right? And they don't want... Plus, can you imagine him now? It was bad enough before. Can you imagine him at a debate now? There's no way. They do not want to debate with anybody.
It'd be funny if somebody had the guts to do a debate and just throw it to ask Joe Biden something and go, "Oh, we can't. He's not here."
Yeah,
and move on. Even if
even
if they didn't play any of his mumbling or bumbling, they could just throw it to him and go, "Oh, that's right. He's not here."
Mm-hmm. So, even Sank Uyghur, whatever his name is. I don't know what his pronouns are.
I was just going to say, does he? I think he...
Whatever their pronouns are.
I guess in fluid.
Even he's pissed off about it. And here's what Donald Trump posted on Truth Social.
There you go.
I see that everybody is talking about the Republican debates. No, who is talking about the Republican debates?
Can't shut up about it.
But nobody got my approval or the approval of the Trump campaign before announcing them. When you're leading by seemingly insurmountable numbers and you have hostile networks with angry Trump and MAGA-hating anchors asking the questions, why subject yourself to being libeled and abused? Also, the second debate is being held at the Reagan Library, the chairman of which is amazingly Fred Ryan, publisher of the Washington Post. No! So there's
wait a minute.
On Republican debates.
Jeffy, do you know how many people use Truth Social? Any idea?
Not.
Can you put that back up for a moment,
He had like
Joe?
what 19,000 likes or whatever.
You notice that? Yeah, put that back up, please,
Wasn't that many?
because 18 hours ago, before this screenshot, he posted that, and 19,000 likes. That just seems
low.
Seems low for Donald
Trump.
Trump.
It sure does.
And 5,880 retruthed it.
Yeah, retruthed.
I don't know. I just
think that's a low number. It sounds
for
seems
him,
low. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
because maybe people are thinking, Don, no. Maybe your
That
no
they're
at
not
the
gonna
end
vote for
should
him?
be
How dare you?
that there should be a debate.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That there should, we got you. You're, we love you and everything, but
there has to be debates. Yes, and it would be fascinating to watch. I mean, if the field is going to be peopled by candidates we think are going to be in it, like Ron DeSantis, that debate is going to be priceless between Trump and DeSantis.
Yes.
Yeah. I just don't remember you having to get permission from a candidate before a debate.
You don't have to unless you have
debate.
an insurmountable lead.
Right.
And then you have to.
Oh.
Okay.
Insurmountable leads have a tendency to be surmounted.
Really?
However, yes, it's weird.
Huh.
Did the
They
Atlanta
keep using
Falcons
that
have
word.
to debate anybody?
I don't think it means what they think it means.
Okay, well, it's going to be interesting. So we're just a few months away from the first debate.
And when's the first one supposed to happen?
Well, they don't have the date yet. It's just going to be in August. We know that in Milwaukee.
All right.
That's
so
all we know.
whoever's in the field is going to show up in Milwaukee, except Donald Trump.
Except Donald Trump, I guess.
Oh, I've got to point this out, though. Business Insider had this hysterical headline. I didn't read the story, but you're talking about DeSantis and the Republican side. And you know how DeSantis has said, well, maybe I'll just build a prison there right next to Disney, right?
On the property,
And so the Business Insider headline said, DeSantis threatened to put a prison next to Disney, but it may not be as scary an idea as he thinks. What? I mean, that's like the ultimate, well, maybe I want a prison next to Disney, so there. It's so weird.
I know you are, but what am I?
Exactly.
Yeah. One of those responses. Back to KJP from yesterday, though. She had more to say about Republicans because, everybody's talking about the Republican debate, obviously. And she wanted to jump in on Republicans. Here's what she had to say.
Okay.
It's clear that the Speaker's bill breaks House Republicans' commitment to America. In the run-up to the 2022 election, House Republicans promised to put cops on the beat. Instead, they're fighting to put fentanyl on the street by defunding Border Patrol. Their proposal makes clear that
Pause it for a
only
second. Where's that proposal to defund Border Patrol? Have you heard anything like that?
I feel like that's not true.
But have we gotten to the part? I'm sorry, I was talking off air there. Have we gotten to the part where she's talking about fentanyl?
Yes.
That's what we're talking
okay.
about.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go back a little bit and play this again. The list of grievances. We got to write this down.
Because Republicans, they've been saying it's like a party plank, right?
Yes.
Like we got to get more fentanyl on the streets.
More fentanyl, please. If we don't get at least enough fentanyl to kill everybody in this country, we haven't done our job.
Then we're not going to sit. We don't even want to sit down with the old man to negotiate any kind of budget. Okay.
All right, let's see this from the top.
2022 election, House Republicans promised to put cops on the beat. Instead, they're fighting to put fentanyl on the street by defunding Border Patrol. Their proposal makes clear that only things House Republicans are committed to giving to Americans are increased crime, lower economic growth, and more manufacturing jobs
This is
sent back
nonsensical.
to China.
Don't try.
The Speaker's position is that unless the President and the Senate agree to that job-killing, cost-increasing, anti-farm, anti-healthcare, anti-education agenda,
What about
they're going to
anti-trans?
default and crash the economy.
She forgot that.
That's not just unreasonable, but it's also incredibly dangerous.
Read
Instead
it,
of
baby.
playing these games,
Read
they should
it.
avoid default, take it off the table,
Take it off.
and have a conversation with the president, his administration,
They've tried
and
to
other congressional
multiple
leaders
times.
about the budget, about spending.
What?
I don't have anything else to share.
Wow. Oh, that's outrageous.
There's a lot going on there.
Oh, too much to even...
She wants to talk about spending, but doesn't want to talk about cuts. You notice that?
Uh-huh.
Let's talk about spending.
And she wants to talk about a budget? Since when?
Yeah,
Since when do the Democrats propose budgets? Or cut spending? Everything the Republicans are opposed to, she's accusing them of doing.
Right.
Incredible. And more fentanyl on the streets.
Yeah.
I think you're probably for that. Are you not, Jeffy? That's,
as far as I know,
that's a Republican platform you can get behind.
First of all, Pat, as far as I know, there's enough fentanyl on the streets now to kill the planet.
Yeah, everybody.
And I'm surprised. Yeah. I mean, it's just, I feel like there's enough fentanyl that soon it's going to be just as bad as Camp Lejeune. And there's just going to be multiple class action lawsuits.
Wait a minute. I didn't realize that was your vehicle out there that has the bumper sticker on it in the parking lot that says Fentanyl 2024. That's yours?
Yes.
That's yours? Oh my gosh. That answer
That's
was every talking point besides trans that they could cram into one run-on sentence, and whoever typed it up for her didn't read it out loud before putting it in the great big book of everything.
Jeez.
That was nonsensical.
But she got it out.
She got it out
pretty good.
Good for her. We're proud of her.
For her, that was pretty
A
good.
good moment for her.
Anybody ask her about, hey, tell me about the plan to defund the Border Patrol?
Yeah, we'd like to hear that.
Because the Republicans, if there's one thing about them, it's that they want more illegal immigration.
Please.
Can you believe? I mean, that's what they're doing. And instead, they flip it around and
every time
try to say the Republicans are doing it.
Every time.
It's really something to behold. The lies that were told every single day by this administration, they are just lying sacks. Wow. All right. Also, on Monday.
Hold on, check this. Just real quick, Newsweek. I just found this. Here's the headline. Fact check, did Republicans call for cutting 2,000 Border Patrol agents? Scroll. Newsweek, because, you know, the bastion of conservatism. False.
Oh, my God.
Rated by, not even misleading.
Jeez.
Not even unverified, needs context. False. Republicans have not directly called for cutting of border agents. Rather, a budgetary plan submitted by the conservative wing, Republican, would lead to the loss, according to the White House, would lead to the loss of 2,000 borders. However, the Freedom Caucus, which made the proposals, dismissed the Biden administration's criticisms. In other words, it doesn't appear anywhere.
Where they're going to.
Even Newsweek is saying it.
And they're going to keep saying it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
They're going to keep saying that they're trying to cut Border Patrol. They're trying to defund police.
Do you think that the Democrat base is going to fact check that?
No.
And many independents won't
not.
either.
No, they're not. Wow. So just keep lying about them.
Yep.
Whatever. See if this works. I mean, are we so stupid as a country that we're going to buy into it now?
Yes.
And re-elect this brain-dead buffoon? Monday, when the news broke about Tucker Carlson leaving Fox, when that came out, The View, the wonderful people in the Coven had some things to say. Here's how Whoopi Goldberg reacted to it.
The word has just come down that Fox News Media and Tucker Carlson have agreed to part ways.
So weird to say.
For his service to the network and host of a prior contributor. Wave.
Look at this. What a gross collection.
Come on, folks. Na, 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 na.
Oh, my
na,
God.
na, na, na.
He is responsible for the degradation that we see somewhat of our democracy in this country. And I just think as a faithful person, look at God. Look at God.
As a faithful person, look at God.
Russian propaganda hardest hit. I mean, he's been the biggest purveyor of pro-Russian talking points. So it's a good day for the Ukrainians.
Karma doesn't lose anyone's address.
No.
So.
Karma doesn't lose anyone's address. You got to get that one in there. Make sure you get that line going in there.
These evil people that just delight in all manner of... they're the ones degrading the country.
Right, but I thought look to God as a person of faith.
Yes,
right. Look to God. Look to God.
Wow. Did she look to God when the abortion ruling came down? I don't remember that. She was excited about that. Did she look to God and say, yeah, he's going to be upset that more babies aren't being killed? These are the worst people. Mm-hmm. And again, it's an upside down world.
I will say, just as a side note, I like to see Whoopi wearing muumuus by Jeffy. It's a good look. That's a good look. And it makes me believe that my muumuus by Jeffy campaign could work.
Well, she's so fashion conscious that it's hard to find a day when she's not just looking spectacular.
Just bring the shout up of Whoopi. That's awesome.
Oh, she bought that. Is that from the landing page at Muumuus by Jeffy? Yes. Let's see. I didn't catch the Whoopi Goldberg fashion attire there.
Oh yeah. I mean, it makes me believe that I should be selling them as of today.
Yeah, let's see.
Right.
Oh, nice.
No, the side shot though. Just let it play. When she does the wave.
Okay.
Word has just come down that Fox News Media and Tucker Carlson have agreed to part ways. Service.
We got to listen to this again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
That is Muumuus by Jeffy.
That is awesome.
That is proprietary right there.
Right?
It looks comfortable, though.
It sure does. It sure does.
That's not riding up anywhere.
No, it is not.
You don't even have to tuck yourself in at night.
No.
You are in the sheet.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Jeffy, that's a tremendous design on that. Congratulations. Congratulations. At least you have one customer on the coven. She should have mentioned it too.
I know.
By the way, today I'm wearing
I'm wearing
Fisher.
Jeffy.
Well,
Muumuus by Jeffy.
I don't know if anybody makes it to the end of an episode of The View, but when the credits roll, it says, wardrobe provided by Muumuus by Jeffy.
And then we have this pain scale from the Babylon Bee that is absolutely perfect.
Yes.
There it is.
So they've updated that when you go to the doctor, you get the chart on the wall.
Right. 0 to 10. How bad your pain? Well, there's no pain at 0.
Yep.
Worst pain possible, 10.
Okay. Oh gosh.
The View.
The View. The View. There it is. I mean, it's more severe than very severe. It's just The View.
That's what I'm going to tell my doctor next time when they ask me. So, how's your pain level today? It's about to The View. So, I really need some help.
Oh, that's funny. Is that what we have on in the lobby?
Yeah. That's how he stays in business as a doctor.
All right, let me tell you about Real Estate Agents I Trust. These are the agents that can help you get a really tough and stressful job done quickly and as painlessly as possible. They can give you good advice on what you need to do to your home to get it sold, and you're going to love them. This is a free service provided by Real Estate Agents I Trust. Glenn wanted everybody to have a better experience with their realtor than he had when he was in Connecticut and wound up selling his house after, I don't know, what was it? It seemed like 17 years. But he did get $39.95 out of it at the end. So, I mean, it wasn't a total loss. It was slightly less than he paid for it. You don't want that to happen. Get a hold of Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name says it all. RealEstateAgentsITrust.com.
Pat Gray. Join the conversation. 888-900-3393. Pat Gray Unleashed. We'll be right back.
I'm sorry, we can't even read the tweets because there's some fat shaming going on.
It's not funny at all.
And I will not tolerate fat shaming on this show.
Yeah, we're talking to you.
Right?
Well, thank you. Thank you.
I'm a lickin' butter. Whoopi's Moo Sleeps 6. And it's on sale now at Pass Pro.
That's not funny at all.
Oh, no, that's funny.
Not funny.
No, I meant
and
no.
I'll not abide it.
I meant no.
Yeah, that's exactly what you meant.
I thought we weren't going to read it.
No, well, we didn't.
Well, he just did.
He summarized it.
Oh, okay.
So.
No, I read it. Right here.
Yeah, that's inappropriate fat shaming.
Yeah, we don't like that on this show.
Do not.
Ever.
Do not.
I don't think we've ever fat shamed.
No, well, of course not. We wouldn't do that. That's inexcusable.
On this show.
On this show.
Right.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, you got it.
Thank you, Jeffy.
Oh, wow. This is a great idea this is a prototype for you to this is from, let me give credit here. This is from, Rowdy Introvert. Oh, by the way, go to patheads.com. You can now customize sound effects from this show at patheads.com. Rowdy Introvert been hard at work over there with those buttons there. But There is a product idea for you, Jeffy. It's a chewing the fat. Movie.
Nice.
Look at that.
And you see your model there, Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson is.
I don't know if I like the head placement, but okay.
Okay, all right.
But I
right, well,
appreciate
good.
it.
Yeah. So there's an old video from years ago that somebody recorded in Central Park of Tucker Carlson fishing. And it was just it's been making the rounds, I guess. They're not presenting this as though it were recently, right?
No, it's from a few years ago.
Yeah. So he's not out fishing in Central Park right now because he's out of a job.
May as well be.
Yeah, maybe he is.
But here's what happened. Somebody approaches him, and it's probably one of the Tucker Carlson haters. And here's what happened. So that would be this.
How you doing?
Great.
I didn't know you could fish here.
What's that?
Huh?
What's that? What's that?
It's called a video camera.
Oh.
I didn't know you could fish here.
You can.
You can?
Yeah.
What are you fishing for?
Are you videotaping?
Stupid. Yeah.
Why?
Because you're in public, I can.
Well, I know you can. I'm
Okay.
not challenging your right. I just want to know why you.
I find it interesting that you're fishing in Central Park.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely allowed.
Okay.
It's allowed in 3 ponds. It's allowed in the pond.
I've never seen anybody fish here before. I videotaped that, which I find interesting and unique about the city of New York.
Well, it's a good thing. Yeah, you can. You can go right on the Central Park website, and it'll tell you can fish in the mirror.
Yeah, no, I'm not challenging the fact that you can. I'm just curious. I've never seen anybody fishing.
It's not very good fishing, and there are too many people around.
What kind of fish are there?
There are largemouth bass.
In this thing here?
Yep.
And what do you use for bait?
I fly fish, so I use flies.
Do you catch the flies yourself?
No, flies are. I'll show you.
Oh, those are the things you make.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's correct.
I'm stupid.
Look at this. I'm stupid. That's what he said.
People don't.
No, I've been like deep sea water, deep sea fishing.
No, sure.
On party boats and such.
Oh, have
French
you?
boats.
Have you?
Guy's just trying to get something inflammatory.
Yeah.
And he can't.
You tie your own flies?
I do, yeah.
You do? Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in California.
Yeah, you did a lot of fly fishing out there?
Not really.
No?
But I learned in later life, and it's a great pleasure and a great sport.
It's like relaxing, right?
Very. And,
You live in New York now?
No. Well, I do live here part-time, actually.
Okay.
I can tell by your manner that you're from New York.
Get the hell out of here. Is it my accent?
It's everything about you. So when you videotape people, and I don't mind,
Right. Great.
but I bet you some people do.
Yeah, they assault me sometimes.
Is that true?
Yeah. It makes for good video, though.
What do you do with the video?
I put it up on my channel. I have a lot of people that follow me.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's great.
Joey Boots.
Joey Boots.
Okay, so he obviously
Are you questioning the validity of Joey
yes,
Boots?
A little bit, yeah. I kind of am. But Tucker handled that really well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's obviously trying to get something incendiary.
Everything about you tells me you're from New York.
Right.
It's a good line.
Vanity Fair has published an article where they have a new theory about what happened to Tucker at Fox, and I think we touched on this earlier in the show, but apparently Rupert Murdoch removed Carlson over remarks he made during a speech at the Heritage Foundation's 50th anniversary gala. That's the theory. We don't know that this is fact. It may have played a part. Who knows? But he laced his speech with religious overtones that, and they write, even Murdoch found too extreme. Even? As if he's a big religious guy?
Even.
Please.
Because remember, that's where, because we played the clip yesterday, he's saying politics isn't left and right anymore. It's good versus evil.
Yes.
And that's a fact.
Right.
They're not trying to make America a better place. Many are trying to just destroy
his
it.
deal was the only way is back to God, right? And that's the deal.
So the theory is Rupert Murdoch was perhaps unnerved by Carlson's messianism because it echoed the end times worldview of Murdoch's ex-fiancée, Anne Leslie Smith. In the cover story that they wrote back in Vanity Fair, She says, I reported that Murdoch and Smith called off their 2-week engagement because Smith had told people Carlson was a messenger from God. And that's why you broke up with your fiancée?
Well, the story, I don't know. The story wasn't necessarily about Carlson, but I guess it could have been. But the original story was that she was a evangelical.
Yeah, and he didn't like that.
He didn't like that, yeah. So he fell in love with her. Rupert was like, okay, I'm going to fall in love again. The story was I didn't think I'd fall in love again.
And he did.
And then, she just say God?
I didn't realize you believed in God.
Yeah.
Can't do that. So the story says here, during dinner, Smith pulled out a Bible and started reading passages from the book of Exodus with Rupert. Rupert just sat there and stared, the source said. A few days after the dinner, Murdoch and Smith called off the wedding. By taking Carlson off the air, Murdoch was also taking away his ex's favorite show.
Oh.
Okay.
That does actually make a little... I could believe that.
Yeah. Strange.
Now, there's another theory going around, and it's that BlackRock owns... I haven't verified this, but this thing here says BlackRock owns 59 million shares of Dominion. BlackRock owns 45 million shares of Fox.
Oh, wow.
BlackRock sued itself and fired Tucker Carlson as part of that lawsuit. That's another theory.
Wow, that's a pretty interesting and maybe solid one.
Yeah, sure
too.
Is. This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. All these things coming out about the Tucker Carlson debacle at Fox. Fascinating. There's a story today about the file that they have on Tucker Carlson. This is an interesting,
really?
Yeah, it's an interesting little aspect of what Fox News does. They keep files on their employees just in case they ever have to rein them in.
Wow.
And that is something they do and have done for some time.
Huh.
And so apparently they're holding that over his head, and because they don't want him to say any bad things about the network, of course, because if he does, then they'll release whatever dirt they have on him. But that's only, a frightening threat if you have a whole bunch of dirt that nobody knows about.
And you're unwilling to let people know about.
Right.
If you're willing, so go ahead.
Right.
Release whatever you want.
Exactly. But this talks about Irina Briganti, who is one of their big PR people there. Over the years, she and Fox PR staff notoriously use aggressive tactics.
I mean, that's their game plan.
And turn them against their own prominent talent. That was a big Roger Ailes sort of situation. For instance, the Daily Beast reported in 2018 that emails reviewed and verified by the outlet show that Fox's communications brass have planted negative stories about some of their own top stars. Including Bill O'Reilly and Stuart Varney. By the way, Stuart Varney's still there, though. But there's been some other stars that they've planted stories on.
Yeah, I bet you can't even name one.
Well, no, you're right. I can't.
Shoot.
I literally
of all the times
can't name it.
For your memory to fail you.
I know.
During this show.
Darn it.
I knew it.
Darn the
luck.
luck.
Too bad. I'll have to, talk to somebody about whether or not I can regain my memory.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Who would you talk to about something like that?
I don't know, just somebody, like a therapist or somebody like that.
You're going to talk to him after the show when Glenn's on the radio?
Yeah, probably about that time.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, why?
I just wondered.
Okay.
When you have some free time.
I'll tell you what, do you want Jeffy and I to hold the fort down for about 60 seconds while you take a quick walk and then come back?
It's just a wacky conspiracy theory. Right. That's all that is.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
There's another, here's a guy who is showing us yet another conspiracy. This is a mirror conspiracy.
Oh, I like these.
Yeah. Check this out. Watch this.
What if mirrors are not what we think they are?
I love this.
What if mirrors are?
What if they're not?
So I want to try this.
Yeah.
And look. This is only a small mirror.
Have you tried this?
This still works, and you can try this with any kind of paper or any other
And it
object
worked,
behind
didn't it?
this.
Yeah.
How does the mirror
Creepy, right?
know
How's it
what's
know?
behind here?
Look at my abs, by the way.
Know, right? But when you look,
Look
at that.
There it is.
There it is.
In the mirror world. What if mirrors aren't what we think they are?
Okay, first put a shirt
this
on
at home. It works.
But yeah, it's cool, right?
Try it at home.
How does it know? How does it know, Pat?
Oh, the mirror has all manner of secrets.
You know what the mirror world?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's fun, right?
It's fun.
Jeffy likes this one.
I do like that
We'll
one
have to explore that one, too. On Friday, at the start of the show, we're going to be discussing the moon landing. Because we saw this guy. What's his name? Bart Sibrel or Sibrel?
Yeah, it is. Here we go. Yeah, it's Bart Sibrel. And I had posted on Twitter a 52-minute video of an interview he did where he proposes that we never went to the moon. He goes through the evidence that he has. And we're going to give him a chance to talk to us about it.
Okay.
And we're going to see.
Yeah, and then you can comment on it. So join us Friday for that.
If you have thoughts about the moon landing, one way or the other, I mean, let's listen to both sides, absolutely. Call 888-900-3393, beginning at 6 a.m. Central Time on Friday.
Where do you stand on that, Jeffy? We been to the moon?
Sure.
Sure? What do you mean, sure?
I said sure.
Get out of here. Of course we've been to the moon.
That's what I said, sure.
Yeah, okay.
But you're going to be fair with your conversation with Bart, right?
Yes.
You're not going to just try to railroad him like some people have.
No.
And we did a poll.
It's very difficult for me to believe that it's a ruse.
Oh, yeah. It is difficult to believe that. Because
so if you want to watch this video ahead of this
happen,
interview.
So.
Maybe that's why it's difficult.
Yeah, that's why.
It's at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. It's just a couple of tweets down there. And I attached a poll along with it. And I asked, watch the video and then vote. And roughly, it was 52% said, yes, we went to the moon. And then it was roughly 25%-ish said no. And another 25% said, I don't know. So,
yeah. Okay.
Not sure.
Interesting.
That's where we're at now, right? I mean, that's where we're at. You can almost with any conspiracy, anything that we've done in the past in today's world. I mean, we're at the question everything.
Yes, and with good reason, we're questioning everything
because
we see a government that we just can't trust.
Exactly.
And they don't explain things, so people fill in the blanks.
Or they just outright lie.
Right.
Like the government.
Like the government. And now, Dr. Fauci doing the New York Times interview saying that, masks only work 10%. Wait, I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, that whole mask thing. That's
right. What, bro? What are you? Yeah.
So, I mean, people will be people, and they'll look for alternative answers.
And what else did he say in that interview? That the vax mandate was counterproductive? Was it for your 401k, Dr. Fauci? Was it?
No. Those guys made a killing. Yeah. All of them. That's what that was about. They pushed it too hard. There were too many questions about it, and they went for it anyway. They tried to jam it down our throats and into our arms, and they did. And they did.
Well, that's not what Justin Trudeau said. He said he didn't force anybody to do anything. What are you talking about?
Right.
Oh, that's right.
Justin Trudeau. Here's what Keith is talking about as he's rewriting history.
Yeah.
Misinformation and disinformation is carrying people to believe things that are untrue.
Really?
Vaccinations is a perfect example of it.
Perfect example.
Like any modern bit of medical advancements, there are potential side effects in vaccinations.
Really? Pause it for a sec. Is that the first admission from a world leader that there's potential side effects?
With any vaccines, though. With any of the vaccines.
Yeah, he's
interesting.
His end game with this dramatic whisper, legs crossed, calm, collected. This is him trying to rewrite history right before our eyes.
Yeah. Let's see the rest of this. Jeez.
Are people who've probably gotten very sick from vaccinations.
Whoa.
And the billions of people who've been vaccinated against COVID over the past few years. But there are far more people who obviously have died due to COVID. Died from not getting vaccinated.
Oh, shut up.
And therefore, while not forcing anyone to get vaccinated, I chose to make sure that all the incentives and all the protections were there to encourage Canadians to get vaccinated. And that's exactly what they did. We got vaccinated to a higher level than just about any other of our peer countries. And that's why we had a less deadly pandemic than most other countries.
Shut up.
Is that why? Really? Okay. It's because you've got, 12 people in your nation. That's why. They didn't force anybody?
Ask the truckers.
Get the vaccination? Huh.
I feel like that's not
interesting.
true.
Yeah, I do too. I kind of feel that way.
I feel like that's not true.
Mm-hmm. I feel very much like that's not true.
Don't let them get away with that up there in Canada.
Oh, God. Guy is agonizing and needs to go.
Can we just start? I like that you refer to him as Justin Trudeau, but part of me is I'm torn. I kind of want to call him Justin Castro. I don't know. Just
There's another conspiracy theory.
Yeah, write that one down.
Actually works.
Oh, yeah.
Write that down.
I've got a.
We'll have to talk about that.
Rack it. It's rack him. Let's see. That bugs me. It's rack him.
Rack it.
Not rack it.
It's rack it.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, should I go through this list, or do we want to save this?
Yeah,
of things that we're thinking about discussing on the show.
Yeah.
I just wrote down Justin Castro.
Okay. All right.
There's no need to go through the racket list.
I swear. See, that's the thing. Jeffy knows how to push my buttons. And little things like that do.
Definitely. It's like, I could care less.
Oh, yeah. That one bugs me, too.
That's a big button to push with me. I could care less.
Yeah.
Well, what does that really say then? That you do care some?
You do.
You do. I mean, it might even be a lot. I don't know. Because if you could care less,
right.
Then there's room there, right? You've obviously cared some.
When it comes to grammar, there are things that bug me, but by far and away, the biggest thing, and I screw things up all the time, absolutely, but it's unforgivable for me to use the word irregardless. Because it's not a word. I don't care what your dictionary.com, your Merriam-Webster's, shut up. Mm-hmm. It's a word used by stupid people who are trying to sound smart.
I think the biggest one for me, actually, that really and I don't know why, it's just the number one on the list is illegal.
Illegal.
I'd like to throw the television through the window.
Really?
Every time I hear people, because
illegal.
There's so many people on TV, reporters and newscasters, illegal.
That's never really hit me.
It's not illegal.
Right. It's illegal.
It just drives me crazy. I don't know why. I say stuff wrong all the time.
No,
I know. It's a surprise. And sometimes I'm gonna throw this out there. Sometimes
what do you got?
I don't do it on purpose.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes it's actually wrong.
What percentage of the time would you say you do it?
I don't know. I don't know.
0?
It's a very small percentage.
I don't know. I could care less about that. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
But it just drives me insane to hear it called illegal.
But yeah, if there are just circling back real quick, if there are conspiracies that you guys would like us to address and discuss on the show, maybe have a guest come and make the case. Please let us know. You know how to find us on Twitter at Pat Unleashed, at Keith Malinak, at JeffyJFR. By the way, one of the things we're going to have to discuss at some point is the Vegas shooting. You remember earlier this week we mentioned it in passing, and I was like, the FBI said that that shooter guy was mad at the casinos because he lost a lot of money. I think this tweet from Stephen Ayers is worth considering. I might accept that the Vegas shooter had lost all his money and was angry at the casino if he had targeted a casino and not a conservative concert. That's a fair point. He was merely shooting from the casino. He wasn't shooting at the casino.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It really doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Police in Arkansas paid a visit to somebody's house, and what happened there?
Yeah.
You're about to see.
Watch this. And ignore the caption. It's AI picked it up wrong.
What are y'all doing?
Why are you in my house?
Oh, I was just scrolling through my feed when I found this. Imagine there's a knock at the front door. You go to the front door to see who it is. When you open it, it's police officers, and they storm in and start cuffing you up like that. If you're like me, watching this video, you probably started asking, what'd he do?
Yeah, what'd he do?
Yeah.
Like, why are they there? What is the reason
let's find out.
that they're doing that? I'm going to play the rest of the video.
I am like you.
And if you
I'm
listen
thinking that
closely,
right now.
you're going to hear the terrible crime that he is accused of.
Why are y'all in my house? Why are you in my house? God, I'm asking a question. Why are you
For what?
You're a piercing, okay? In your home. He was not unlawful.
You hear that? They just told him.
Body art without a license.
Body art without a license is this guy's crime.
What?
That's why they're dragging him away.
What is really going on here? You got him?
Yes, I got all of it.
Guys, you're in the cameras. This is ridiculous.
Now listen to the guy holding the camera. It's the teenage son. Listen, he'll tell you.
Piercing his son's ear without a license.
Do they not allow the police in Arkansas to have automobiles?
4 cups.
4 cups.
Yeah, they had to walk there.
Yeah, what are we doing? Budget cuts in Arkansas?
No permission. They busted in my front door. This is the boy right here. He got
parked around the corner.
Here by his dad.
Didn't want to know they were
These
coming.
cops busted in my door. Busted in the front door.
I wanted my ears pierced.
He wanted it
On
done.
this boy for nothing.
We got to find out the rest of the story here because
Can that be true?
Well, sure, absolutely. I mean, you have to be an adult
They
to get
went
them.
to his house and dragged him out in cuffs. 5 cops drag him out of his house because he pierced his son's ear?
There's a stakeout. Wait till he comes home.
That can't be.
It seems a tad
There's got to be more
Here
to
is the headline.
There has to be, right?
Here is the headline from NBC News.
Jeez.
This is from yesterday. Arkansas man arrested on charges of piercing teen son's ear.
Right, that is, I mean,
Okay.
I get that.
All right.
You're not supposed to do that.
I'm just seeing here. It was touched off Thursday when the suspect's son told
Why are you laughing?
classmates he had his left ear pierced. So he was
You're not
telling
supposed
him.
to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
while sitting in class, talking with other students and a teacher present, the juvenile male stated his dad was drunk and put him in a chokehold and shoved the piercing in his ear. Oh. Okay.
I thought he wanted
That's
the
not what he
piercing.
just said there.
Yeah, he said he wanted the piercing.
But I mean, he could be showing off to the kids at school too.
So if he put him in a headlock and pierced his ear,
right?
Maybe they consider that
That would
abuse.
abuse. That would absolutely be abuse.
Yeah.
But
they didn't.
He didn't
say,
sound like it there.
But they didn't say that's what they were arresting him for.
No. They
Right.
said it was
Right. Yes, because
unlicensed body art.
Yeah, can't have that.
Yeah, here is the section of Arkansas law that the Tontatown police cited. Quote, a person shall not perform body art on a person under 16 years of age, regardless of parental consent. They didn't even arrest him for abuse.
Yeah.
Wow. So they have that law.
This is strange.
But go ahead and have your wiener removed. And that's perfectly fine. We don't have to.
They didn't
we
say
don't have to
anything
tell
about
your
that.
parents about it.
They didn't say anything about that.
You're
in the video. What are you
conflating.
talking about?
No,
All right.
that's a great point.
Are you kidding me? That is incredible.
Did we talk
Does
about-
Arkansas have the "Hey, cut my wiener off"?
I think they do.
I
think
think-
they do. They
Okay.
do now.
But
if
did-
they didn't
Okay.
before, they do now.
Was it off air this morning that we were talking about the case that Billboard Chris posted about? Was it 16
Yeah, it was-
or 18-year-old?
It was before the show.
Was it before the show?
Yeah.
About how they were trying to turn this kid,
Yeah.
this boy, into a girl.
Right.
And
He was 18.
18, and he was on puberty blockers.
Right.
Okay.
So therefore, his genitalia had stopped growing, and they didn't have enough to work with to make this
To
faux
make the other part.
vagina, right? And so they used, of course, part of his colon instead. And
Of course. I mean, that's what.
yeah, that's where you
That's
go.
the natural
That's
thing
exactly
to
where you go.
use
Yeah.
when you don't have enough of the
Are
other
you a
unit.
surgeon?
And this Frankenstein surgery ended up, they suspect, collecting bacteria. Who knew that there was bacteria in your colon?
Who knew that?
Yeah,
I mean,
which infected.
What are they, doctors?
The young man.
Wait.
And
I know those guys are.
and what was the thing? The necra. What was the thing that happened to him? Got the infection.
Yeah, fasciitis.
Fasciitis.
necro-
Yeah, and ended up
mania.
killing him.
I don't, yeah, it was really
I
bad.
mean, they are experimenting
Really
on our
sad.
children.
Well, there's always a chance of infection with any operation.
Right. I mean, you could get your tonsils out and die from that. Am I right? Yeah.
Here we go.
You have a hangnail removed.
Sure.
You could be killed that way.
Well, you have to sign possible. You got to sign that form.
Yeah, you do.
Right.
Well, we're not touching you.
You do.
Now, we'll touch the money that we get in churning out all of these Frankenstein surgeries. Boy, follow the money on this stuff because your kids are just there for experimentation and to pad these doctors' bottom line.
This is kind of a weird aside, but you mentioned Frankenstein, which I just read.
Okay.
I read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein for the first time.
Oh, wow.
Do you know that the monster is never once referred to as Frankenstein?
Wow, how'd that happen then?
Yeah. Well, because I guess
needed a title.
Victor Frankenstein was the creator. He was the scientist who made him.
Oh, okay.
But they just attached that then to his creation, which isn't the way it happened. That's
kind of a cool name. Like, it works.
Yeah, I mean, it does, especially now that we've known it for so long.
And nobody wants to be related to Mr. Frankenstein anymore.
Right.
That's for sure.
It's interesting how different the movie is. The movie has almost nothing to do with the book. I mean, other than there's a monster.
It's based on a true story.
And there's somebody named Frankenstein.
I've never seen either.
It's based on a true story, but it's based on a story. Yeah.
The monster was actually really intelligent, really smart, and didn't have bolts. Was hideously ugly to look at.
Wow.
And 8 feet tall. But...
hideously ugly to look at.
Didn't have the bolts in his neck, wasn't green, all of that stuff. But anyway.
So you're saying the Phil Hartman character on Saturday Night Live, probably not a good representation of what
probably not. No.
Oh, well, shoot. Well, then my memory's been
probably
spoiled.
Not.
And the Addams Family is wrong? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Well, the Addams Family was a true story, though.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a little bit different situation. We also have this video that's been making the rounds. A guy getting pulled over by police. We have these interesting police videos today
a couple
to
of
share.
police themed, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm driving Uber, and my passenger's getting arrested.
Turn that off, okay?
No, I'll keep recording. Thank you. It's my right.
Don't record me. You got me?
I will look. You're a police officer on duty. I can record you. And if you come to the side of the vehicle, I can keep recording you.
Turn it off.
I can keep recording you.
Turn it off. You take it to jail.
For recording,
Turn it off or I'm taking you to jail?
No,
thank you.
What is the law? Step out of the car is the law?
Me for? I'm sitting here in my car. I'm just recording in case anything happens. I'm surrounded by 5 police officers.
You're being a jerk.
I'm scared right now. I'm not being a jerk. I'm recording it in case anything happens.
So you better hope they don't find something in your car, okay?
They're not searching my car.
Well, I'm gonna search your car.
No, you're right.
You're not searching my car.
Subject to your rule canine this way, please.
He becomes a canine unit.
They can't search his car.
I don't care, man. I know my
They
rights.
actually
There
can.
you go. I hope so. I know what the law is.
I know the law. I'm an attorney, so I would hope I know the law.
Is he really? Do we know?
Do you want my bar card?
Yeah, I want your bar card.
He said that there's a law. I'm not allowed to record the police.
Where do you do your drinking? What bar?
You said you were an attorney, correct?
I am. I've never heard of this law that you're not allowed to record the police anymore. It must be brand new.
That's right. I just recently passed it, so.
It just recently
super
passed.
Recently? Seems like a strange law.
Seems like a non-existent
The cop is
law.
recording, by the way, right? With his camera?
Right.
So
turn your camera off, copper.
Did I say that?
No, your friend said that.
Okay. My friend?
I
You mean the sergeant?
It's okay with you if I drink my Powerade?
There's a lot of history on the vehicle.
On this
Lot of
vehicle, there's
history.
Yeah.
Not that I
here
know
we
of.
go.
Okay. We're going to wait for K9 because I don't know if he might have dumped something under the seat and you don't want us to look.
If you threw something under the seat, it still has nothing to do with me. Like,
Okay, but it's in your car. I'm not saying it has anything to do with you, sir.
Yeah, but it is in the
I've never
cars.
said that, did I?
no,
I asked you
I
several
feel like
questions.
something's gonna be under the car, and you're gonna say, "I'm the driver. It's my
Right.
vehicle. I'm responsible."
Negative, sir.
Can I look under my seat to see if he threw anything under there?
All right now.
Not right now.
No, but they have to search. If they found paraphernalia.
Cheeseburger. The dog found a cheeseburger. You're
Why
busted.
is that funny? The dog indicated on both sides of your vehicle.
He indicated on both
I mean, there's
sides.
pretzels in there.
Oh,
So
man.
there's
Pretzels in
Dogs don't indicate on peanut butter pretzels.
If there's medicine, it's either my mother's or my girlfriend's. I think that's melatonin or something for sleeping.
I don't know. It's not scheduled, but if you have medication in the car, you should have.
So I think the tie-in with these two videos is, this is a very dangerous time in this country. Why are cops going after these things?
I don't know.
Right? Why are we bugging the kid who's just recording in his car and bugging the family that pierced the ear with that law, not the abuse allegation.
And they can say the dog hit on anything.
Yes.
And you don't know. And then they've got the probable cause to
Correct.
go ahead and search
Have you
without a
seen-
warrant.
And if they were getting paraphernalia from the rider, while it might not affect the driver, they still have to.
Have you seen cities burning in this country in the last few years? Are there other things going on anywhere?
No, that's the thing. That's the thing.
So there's nothing
They got
going
nothing
on.
to do.
So
the
now
cops.
you got to go and find this stuff.
Nothing to do. So yeah,
it's just come on, guys.
Amazing.
We support you.
All right, we will see you on Overtime and back here tomorrow.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.